Hey guys, today for arithmetic, I want you to watch the Go Noodle video, Meow Moo Moo. It's gonna help you look for patterns, and that's a really important skill to have. But today's lesson, after you're done with the Go Noodle video, today's lesson, we're talking about horizontal addition and subtraction. So, problems we've already done before, they're just gonna be horizontal now, so sideways instead of straight up and down. It really goes the same way. Math works the same way. You're just kind of writing it in slightly different spots. So we're going to start with addition and watch carefully. I wrote the numbers in different colors because on your worksheet they're going to be in different colors, but it's not always going to be that way. So I would still use your highlighter. So I'm going to use my highlighter. And I'm going to draw a line between the ones and the tens place. And I'm going to make it, especially on the left side, I'm going to make it extra tall. And then on the right one, it can be normal. So this helps me see my ones place and my tens place. Now, when we add, and I'm going to circle my sign. I'm doing addition right now because I am going to do subtraction later and I don't want to confuse myself. So, I'm going to do addition, and I always, no matter what, always start with the ones place. Luckily, it's in color, so I can see I'm going to do the 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can't put two places in the ones place. If I help myself, I can draw a line here to show my ones place and my tens place. I can't put 11 in the ones place. I can only put one number in the ones place. So I'm going to drop the ones place from 11, which would be 1, and I'm going to still carry my other one that's in the tens place over to the big tens place. So I'm going to carry it over here. So now I'm going to add everything that would be in the tens place. So I have 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 2, 6, 7. So my answer is 71. Okay, now let's do it one more time. I'm going to take my highlighter. I'm going to draw it extra tall on my left number and normal on my right number. And then I'm going to add it over here, my answer, just to help me see it better. So we have, and circle my sign. I almost forgot again. Circle my sign. So we're doing addition, and we're going to start with the ones place. Always start with the ones place. I have 4 plus 7. So when I'm adding numbers like that, I always take the bigger number and add the smaller number on top. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 again. So I'm going to drop the 1 in the ones place. That's going to go here and carry the 1 in the tens place over to the tens. So I have 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. So now the tricky part is I can only put one number in the tens place, so I'm going to put a 0. But because I have no more places, I can actually, it would be another 1 in the hundreds place, and there's nothing else to add it to, so I can add it here. So my answer would be 101. I know that's kind of tricky sometimes. If you have no more places to do, then you could put two numbers down, because you would just be adding it in the next column against no other numbers. So it's 101. That's addition horizontally. Now we're going to do subtraction horizontally. This one might be a little bit trickier. You really have to pay close attention to which number together is first and which one is second. So the first thing that you have to check is your number right here. This first number altogether, 68, has to be bigger than the second number altogether, which is 39. If 68 is 39, I can do subtraction, but I might have to borrow. So we're going to try that right now. And I'm going to use my highlighter. Again, I'm going to draw my line between the ones and the tens and make it extra tall on the left number because that's where I'm going to write new numbers on top. And then I'm going to draw it here, and then I'm going to draw it in my answer. Now, I always look at the ones place first. My ones place is 8. Oh, I forgot to circle my sign. Circle your sign. I want to remember I'm doing subtraction, especially because you're going to do addition and subtraction this way. I don't want you to get confused. So circle your sign so you remember, okay, I'm doing 8 minus 9. Can I do that? No, because 8's smaller than 9. So that means I have to borrow from my neighbor. So 8's going to borrow from the neighbor, which means it's borrowing from 6. We're going to cross out the 6, and it's now going to become one number less. So one number less than 6 is 5. This is my new number. There aren't any boxes for you to write your new numbers. If you want to draw a box, you can, but that's also why I draw the big highlighter line, is so that I can still see the ones place and the tens place. If you want to draw boxes for yourself because that's better, totally fine, you can do that. You don't have to. So that helps bring 10 over to the ones place, 10 more to the ones place. So 10 plus what's already there. 10 plus 8 is 18. So my new number, I cross it out. My new number is 18. Now 18 is bigger than 9. I can do 18 minus 9. 18 minus 9 is 9. And then I have 5 as my new number on the left in the tens place. 5 minus 3. I can do that. 5 minus 3 is 2. So my answer is 29. Okay, let's do it one more time over here. Again, I need to make sure my first number, 72, as a whole, is bigger than 46. If my first number was smaller, I can't do that kind of problem. So 72 as a whole is bigger than 46. I can subtract that, but I might need to borrow. So let's look at the problem. I'm going to use my highlighter. I'm going to draw a nice big line in the first number. I'm going to draw it in the second number, and I'm going to draw it in my answer, and I'm going to circle my sign to make sure I'm doing subtraction. So let's start. We always start with the ones place. We're going to start with the ones place. We have 2 minus 6. Can I do that? No, because 2 is smaller than 6, so I must borrow. We're going to borrow from the neighbor, borrow from the 7. So I'm going to cross out 7. It becomes one number less. One number less than 7 is 6. And then that helps me bring 10 over to the 2. So 10 plus 2 is 12. So I cross out the 2. My new number is 12. Now I have 12 minus 6. 12 is in my ones place over here. Minus 6. My answer is 6. And I have 6 in the tens place. Minus 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. My answer is 26. I know it can be a little bit confusing. There's a lot of colors going on. If you have any questions, please ask. It's math we've already been doing. It just looks a little different. If you want to draw boxes for your new numbers, go for it. I really highly recommend using the highlighter to keep your columns in the same spots, to keep your ones placed together, your tens placed together. And you should be doing fine with this. Now, if you look at your worksheet, page 239, in section 1, you're doing half of a number. Over 1/2 of the country of Belize is rainforest. Write 1/2 of these numbers. We've practiced this already. You should know how to do this. Take half of a number. If you need to use items around your house to help you figure that out, that's totally fine. You can grab markers, or you can grab balls, or you can grab it. That's going to be a lot harder when you get into the bigger numbers. But if you have marbles, if you have a clean, empty table, you can use goldfish. You can use whatever you have around you to help you count it out. So the best way to do it for the smaller numbers is to have the total number and split it into 2 equal groups. One of those groups is half of that number. The bigger numbers, I've taught you how to do that as well. You take half of each number, and that'll help you figure out half of that big number. Now, section 3 says mark the circle under the number that belongs in each box. There's an addition problem and 2 multiplication problems. We've learned how to do these kinds of problems, so you shouldn't have too hard of a time figuring those out. Section 4, you're going to add that big problem. Section 5, you're going to subtract that big problem. Section 6, you're going to multiply that big problem. Look carefully at that problem. You can do it. It is not one you don't know how to do. You can do it if you use your mind. Section 7, write the missing terms. You're going to do this. There's addition, subtraction, and multiplication in this section. So be careful and look at the sign when you're trying to figure out the missing number. Section 8, circle the Roman numerals that are greater than 10. I will give you a hint here. There are 4 of them. You're going to circle 4 Roman numerals that are bigger than 10 as a whole, not individual letters, but as a whole number together, they're more than 10. On the back on page 240, in section 1, you're going to do horizontal addition. Section 2 is horizontal subtraction. Be careful as you go through it. Section 3 and 4, you're going to write the temperatures, but you're also going to do one more step. So look carefully. You have to circle a certain number in each of those sides. Now, section 4, it says write the answers to the combination your teacher says. So I'm going to do that with you right now. I'm going to give you the problems, and you're just going to write down the answer. So A, you have to listen carefully because they're kind of long. A, 8 minus 6 plus 11. Again, that's 8 minus 6 plus 11. B, 17 minus 8 plus 9. B, 17 minus 8 plus 9. You can pause this video if I'm going too fast, no problem. C, 2 plus 3 plus 5. C, 2 plus 3 plus 5. D, 10 plus 4 plus 3. D, 10 plus 4 plus 3. E, 7 plus 8 plus 0. 7 plus 8 plus 0. F, 18 minus 10 plus 1. F, 18 minus 10 plus 1. That's section 4. Section 5, write the addition and subtraction facts. That you're going to use that dot card in the middle. There's 2 addition on the left and 2 subtraction on the right. Don't confuse yourself. We've done this plenty of times before. That's it for arithmetic. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.